Episode 15 of My Demon picks up with Gu Won leaving Do Hee out of. Killed. Do Hee wanted to work things through, but Gu Won didn't even give her a chance to give her opinion on their situation. Do Hee turns to see him gone and starts crying. Days go by, and Do Hee tries to act strong. Given the Suk-min situation, it is not easy, but she has a company to run and so much to handle. She visits the chief prosecutor's office, who, in a funny twist, happens to be her original blind date. He informs her that the case has been closed, since Suk-min is legally dead. However, we know that Suk-min's body is yet to be found. There is a high possibility he is alive. You know evil doesn't die quickly. Do Hee still asks the prosecutor to look into the case because there are many unanswered questions. At the office, many workers wonder where Gu Won is. On the other hand, Suan mourns her new reality. We know Suan is not one of our favorites, but it was heartbreaking to see how her kids comforted her as her new reality dawned. Meanwhile, in Sunwoo, Ga-young continues her preparation to leave. She recalls her last conversation with Gu Won, where she found more closure. She acknowledges taking her obsession too far, and ended up like this. We are glad she is doing some self-reflection. The mafia gang also grieves the disappearance of their leader, and has a hard time with their new restaurant. On the other hand, Bok-yu tries to keep the foundation going. He wonders if he should give the cross necklace to Do Hee, but decides against it. At the same time, his girlfriend does her best to look after Do Hee. Do-jeng grows concerned seeing Do Hee throw herself into work to forget her pain. She has been there after her divorce and advises Do Hee to grief. Pain demands to be felt, and it is only after dealing with the pain that healing begins. Sia-kun is also worried about Do Hee, and regularly drops by to ensure she eats and tries to cheer her up. We owe this man an apology, because we thought he was a secret villain. Thankfully, he turns out to be a reliable man for Do Hee. He is now the only family member Do Hee can trust, and they promise to work together. Sia-kun also sheds light on what Chun Seok felt about Do Hee. He tells her about an old conversation where his aunt said loving Do Hee brought her suffering, because she felt guilty. As the days go by, we finally get to see Suk-min. He burned half of his face and hid among the homeless. He is planning his revenge carefully and waiting for the right time to strike. Clueless to this, Do Hee carries on with her life, missing Gu Won. She refuses to acknowledge she is suffering and feeling lonely. She comforts herself, saying she was always alone from the beginning anyway. However, Gu Won always visits her when she sleeps and takes care of her. Even when she got drunk at a company outing, he healed her knee wound and safely put her to bed. Throughout the episode, we see Do Hee missing her husband and those around her doing their best to take care of her. Bok-yu gives her the cross necklace, which triggers her to remember her life as Wolsum. Wolsum was a lowly courtesan who wanted to kill herself, but Yi-sun saved her life. Her meeting with Yi-sun gave her a reason to live, something to look forward to. She then fell in love with him, and even when she was killed for being of Catholic faith, she didn't regret their encounter after seeing her past life. Do Hee understands Gu Won better, but wishes he had stayed with her. She rushes to their spot at the riverbed, trying to find Gu Won, but is kidnapped by Suk-min. Suk-min threatens to kill her if Gu Won doesn't show up. This evil sucker knew that Gu Won would always save Do Hee. He claims he burned his face to avoid Gu Won finding him. Suk-min is highly delusional and blames everyone else for his downfall. He wants revenge against Do Hee and Gu Won, yet he was the one who made all these bad decisions.